Cheers, 420. Well, 422 now. One beautiful people. Let's do a dabadoo. Whoa. Ooh-wee. One eyeball. No comments yet. Two beautiful people. What's up? You can get that. You can get that now. Nobody said a word, not even a hi, so I'm assuming you're my stalkers. These stalkers are pretty on top of it. You're always like the first people here. It's alright, Joey's only got a few more days. And then I'll be in the private group. What up, Violet? And all you stalkers will be blocked. Unless you got a sneak account that I don't know about. How's Violet doing today? It's warm but kind of chilly with the wind. Me and Cinnamon went for a short walk and went fishing for a little bit. Stopped at the ice cream place, got dinner for $6. Hamburger, onion rings, bacon cheeseburger at that. $6. I can't even go to the grocery store for that. Maybe because I could get 2 meals out of it, but I have no way of keeping it cold. Me too, Violet, and I'm letting the situation bug me that I should just let go. It just shows me how I think different from a lot of people. And my friendship is not the same as other people's friendship. What up, George? So that's why I went live. So hopefully you can distract me from all that. I never will let somebody choose how I think. I guarantee you that. Your approval does not mean that much to me. Not talking to you, Violet or George. What up, James? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing okay today. And it's weird when I do make posts, how quick people think that you might be talking about them or something. Are you guilty? Strawberry, lemon, moon rocks. Hell yeah. I'm smoking on that Grand Lightning I got and then some Reclaim. Hell yeah, James. Good to hear. Me and Cinnamon are just rocking it. But and I don't know if you guys seen that carrier for dogs. Well, supposedly that guy doesn't make them and sell them anymore. But it's got my brain thinking. You all know how the drawer tracks are. What if I took the lip off that those cages get fastened together with? They have a little lip that comes out, and then the bottom lip comes out, and then they have little screws that go through and fasten them. What if I take that off, cut that flush, and then mount drawers rollers on it? They'll only go so far, and then there's a stop. But then it also let me close it or leave it open. The reason why I think it's important for the top to move, one, she can stick her head through. You just have to, make sure her harness is strapped so she can't get no brainy idea to try jumping out, which I don't think she would. But to get the dog out, it would be a lot easier because some dogs don't like to try to come out walking out of a cage, especially when they can't see where they're stepping. And she's half blind already, and then she'd be stepping on my seat, and this and that. So if it opened up some, it would give me more room to grab her and just pull her out. Otherwise, I guess I could just put a hole through the top and head out. But I'm on this. I got the luggage rack. I can strap it right down to the luggage rack. I have a luggage rack without the backrest, so none of that's in the way. I'm a fixer. I'll figure this out. I'm MacGyver too. It's been up and down, James. But I'm on this MacGyver idea. The tracks would let it slide. nicely, and it has a lock so it can't open up too far. Now it'd be nice if I could find a pretty blue one. We have one. Well, we gave it to the kid. Who knows where it's at now? But it was one of the big ones. And then we had one for the pups, but I don't think she ever got it back from her sister. But I don't think Cinnamon would sit in that one. And that's a collapsible one. You can always fasten thin sheets of metal to help stiffen up the plastic so you don't worry about breaking the plastic. And to make the holes, melt the holes, that way the melt that rolls off is actually becomes a help strengthen it in a sense. Versus just drilling it when it's melted, it kind of blends it all together and makes it a little stronger. I want to figure this out, guys. Now I just gotta find goggles for her. I think it'd be hard sitting on her head, the way her head's shaped. I don't think she's really a wind floppy dog, anyways. So I doubt she really stick her head through. And put a thin piece of board down inside. That way, it's not just held on by the plastic that could move around and eventually break. Put a thin piece of board in. That way, it's actually she's on the board more than the plastic. Because obviously, it's going to be bigger than my luggage rack. And I have some thin board at the house. I probably even have rollers for a drawer somewhere. Tell you the truth. You never know when you might need something. Hack rat of some certain things for sure. If I would have thought about this before I just made a scrap run, I had an old toolbox I scrapped, and I could have pulled the bars out of that for this idea. Damn it. Anyone else think that's a cool idea? Take Cinnamon on the rides with me? She behaves like she's been doing this forever. You want to ride the motorcycle? Get that fresh air flopping in your eyeballs? I don't know if that'd be good with you half blind already, though. Just have to fasten a strap inside that stops her from jumping out. And we're good to go. I think she'd lay down more than anything, though. But having it open, I think is a good idea because she's 50-some pounds, and sometimes she's hard to pick up in certain areas, certain ways. 50 pounds and only 2 foot long and a foot off the ground. Fuck it, we're just gonna take 2 laundry baskets and put them together. I gotta look up dog crates See if I can find a blue one. A black one would be nice because it would match some of the other stuff, but then that might be hot for her. But I guess it'd be no different than the heat I'm enduring. She loves the ride in the truck so far. It seems like it. She knows the routine already, and she's even at the house. I say, "Let's go," and she goes. She doesn't even really go up to the door and act like she's trying to stay in the house anymore. Hey, well, she did yesterday, but I think that's because she thought she was going back inside. But as soon as I said, "Let's go," she went running right to me and right to the gate and right up to her side of the truck. And like I said, I don't have to worry about her trying to take my seat. She just stays on her side. She, as soon as we start leaving, she lays down and gets comfortable, and she's usually sleeping in a few minutes, seconds sometimes. She acts like she's enjoying playing with her ball 24/7. The only thing, she hasn't really ate much, but that's nothing unnormal for her with the weather change. So I think so, James. And I usually stop every 45 minutes to an hour. Usually, I stop for a break anyway. So it's only like she'll only be in there in like an hour at a time, and then she'll get to walk around. But with her laying in her seat and just falling asleep, I don't think why a dog kennel would be that big of a deal. I mean, she used to stay in the dog kennel all the time when we were gone. They only stopped staying in the dog kennel when Harley started freaking out every time it stormed, and she would eat her fucking metal cage until she got out. Her Cinnamon and Max were always the good ones in the cage. Well, like I said, Harley was too until she started freaking out with Storm. Cheers. I think it's cool to at least try it. I'll be getting her service vest, so I'm assuming she would go into a restaurant with me, and if I was at a table or bench, she would probably just sit up on the cushion and go and lay down. She's not really a beggar for food. Or she could just sit underneath the table. Or she want everybody to pet her, rub her belly. You know, that's one thing I've never really seen. An emotional support dog in restaurants. Is there an issue with you can't have emotional support dogs in a restaurant? I wonder. I don't think I've ever seen an emotional support dog in a restaurant. Because I definitely wouldn't want to leave her on the bike. Even if it's only for a half hour, I wouldn't want to leave her just sit on the bike. here right now. Ran out of gas. You can get a better hit this time. Yeah, I can't think of an emotional support dog in a restaurant. What if people just choose not to bring them in because of the food? What's up, Devin? See? That one got me. Holy cow. I got the paperwork for my little dog. Yeah, but have you ever seen anybody have one in a restaurant? Or is that like a little dog that fits in a purse? Waiting on Easter fun time? You're hiding from the weirdos. Well, you call all of us weirdos, and we call you weirdo. So I think you found the weirdo paradise. Anybody wonders why I keep typing GG or whatever? It's because their stupid share for referral thing, get money, covers the first comment. Never took her anywhere. That's the only thing I'm thinking about, on the bike, because we usually do a dinner stop somewhere, food stop somewhere. Or like on bike night, you know. Big girls want to ride. No, Cinnamon. Timothy, Cinnamon. Be nice to her. I was just thinking about that, James. It just dawned on me. I don't think I've ever been anywhere with a dog, emotional support dog in a restaurant. She's the only big girl that. Only big girl that loves to ride. He's calling you big girl, Mama. I mean, she is short and stocky for a bulldog. Like I said, she's 50 pounds and a foot off the ground. She's just got that wide shoulder, and I'm gonna fuck you up. Look, but she's the biggest baby. That's why I was so mad I couldn't breed her. I thought you said snow, George. I was about ready to yell at you, cry, all kinds of different things. I can't read the rest. Can't read the rest. This is getting old real quick to have to type in something so I can read the comment. Watching that show, what would you do? Save pocket and go fishing. Well, that's what I would. I didn't know how. I guess should have just said cuss word. But yeah, Timothy, right? I'm so close to going back to work. No, it restarted. So close to going back to work, I can't rain or snow right now. Those are both cuss words. They're both 4 letters. I didn't wake up with a sore throat. I had my mask on. But I had munchies like forever. I need to quit trying to buy munchies for several days and only buy munchies for a day. I think I'm living off of them. Joey said a few minutes. It's been a half hour. What's up, Upstate? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Can't read all your comments. Joey needs a foot timer. What's up, brother? I brought the anal bleach. Whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome to the room, Upstate. What a way to make an entrance. I don't know whose butt you're gonna fucking be bleaching, but I think Violet's the only woman in here. Or is there something I need to know about you boys? Do you guys play Fudge Packer? Timothy, do you really play Fudge Packer? Is that why you're so big into the anal bleach? James is catching today. Oh, James. Oh, really? I think James' wife might have an issue with this situation. Little boys. Still confused, are you? I was confused once. I thought I liked Ford Mustangs. Yeah, that was a bad confusion. I finally woke up and realized Ford is found on the road dead. Camaros is where it's at. But when I was young, in the early 80s, for whatever reason, I liked that Fox body. Maybe because that's when the Camaros went gay looking. I got blind by the flash. Can't read nothing else. Or is it Joey's turn? Y'all scare me anymore. I mean, he does like the toes, and he does suck on them. So, at this point, the door is wide open for about anything, in my mind. Just saying, Joey, I do love you, but, I mean, you're gonna suck on titty toes. Titty toes. You know, kind of leaves the door open for about a lot of things. Maybe you like dingleberries? I don't know. Bro, stop. Stop in the name of love just before it breaks your balls. Stop. I think he transplants. I thought he already took all the sucker leaves off. At this point, he might as well just take it all off. You're not going to get that much from a leaf that's pointing downward already. It's not like it flows uphill. So at this point, you might as well take it all off when you're taking it off. Sugar boom boom, chasing dragons. Wah wah wah. And even if it was like a sponge system, it would take a long time for it to sponge up to get out of the leaf to actually get to the stalk to even go anywhere. It just ain't worth it. I don't think. My opinion, I'm not telling anybody how to grow. Yes, and don't. This is driving me bonkers. Oh, we got 8 this time. I just go up to the clip, the dash or whatever keyboard and hit whatever letter my. I don't know. Say a lot of people get crazy about when it comes to curing and drying and how you get everything exactly out of the plant. To me, when you're this far in the stage, it don't matter. Could you possibly get something from the roots? Possibly, but you're only upside down for a week. So At the most, it would go to the bottom branches. And those are the buds that are hurting already and don't see much advantage. Because before it even starts pulling anything from the roots, it's got to somewhat dry up somewhere to create whatever liquid vitamins that are coming out of the roots to even go anywhere. That's why it's good to not water, a week before harvest. But even at that, I just don't think it's enough time. Unless your soil's really, dry as a grower, would there be any benefit from it? And if it's dry, then you're only watering the top roots anyways. You already hurt the plant, the whole grow. I don't know. I'm a dummy. Just my crazy thoughts of things and things I've seen and read up on and whatnot, and always being a grower, plants and vegetables and everything else. Yeah, I'm new to growing cannabis where I'm actually paying attention to it, but it's a plant, it's a life. Just like, Chinese people look different from us, but their body's still made up the same. Heart's still in the same spot, you know. Mummies, you can get that. Sucky fucky monkey. I did read that today. I don't know where he is. He said he'd be up in a few minutes, but that was 40 minutes ago. Wah, wah, wah. Chickadee, boom, boom, boom. When everybody's doing all these water gardens of different sources, they never have time to dry out. And even with those, I would think the time that you go through the process is still not enough for them because they have such, they take in exactly how much water they want. So they're completely full of water. So even hanging the roots upside down on them, you're not, there's, in a week's time, there's not enough benefits. I don't think. Anyways, you don't think so? Yeah, I just, those plants are completely full, and in a week's time, you're not going to gain nothing from the root because it has to dry up to crave more food, right? more water. So it's going to burn up what's in there. And with them being so perfect on how much is in them, the week time is not enough for any of that to happen in your aqua gardens and stuff. That's just why I say, he's at harvest time. When it comes that last week for harvest time, you might as well just start defoliating everything, in my mind. To me, that's going to let what's in the main stock go to the branches, and you'll have better nutrients in the main stock. And you're forcing it all to go to the buds. Like I said, you only got a week time. So I feel you got to help speed the process up a little. And that's in perfect humidity and everything atmosphere. If it was a little warmer, I bet Joey would be, even though he keeps the AC on, I bet he would be already done being upstairs in the barn. Especially if it's supposed to be like 80 degrees today. Wah, wah, wah. I have learned this grow even if the beans come out of the same peg. I have to treat each different. Yes, each plant is different. I mean, it's just life. Like life, James. We're all the same for the most part, looking wise, blah, blah, blah. But we're all made up of different things. Even outside, we're all different too, I guess. Even though, you stupid thing, even though my brother came from my mother, his dad was a little different, I guess that's a little different from where I'm trying to go to. Anyways, two kids coming out of the same parents don't look the same. Sometimes the girl looks way different than the guy, or even just sisters look way different coming from two parents, the same parents. We're all created the same, but we're all different. And the same parents can produce, totally opposite looking kids. And one could have autism and the other four kids have nothing. We're all created the same, but we all are different. I have a big heart, bigger than some people. I try to find the good in the people when some people just try to find the bad in the people. You could have 1,000 bads, but if I find one good, I'm going to grab that and we're going to roll with that and try to make the best of everything. Have the ball. Thank you. But every plant's going to be different. One might be getting a tad bit better lighting. One might be, you think you water them exactly the same, but then one's not getting the water the same. The roots went a totally different direction than the way the water's going in. There's all kinds of different things that can apply in life, and growing is the same thing. Only time you're really going to get the same response is when you clone. And the only reason that is because you're taking an arm off and you're growing in the rest of the body again. You know, they probably have that for us people, for real. I swear they got the cancer cured, but they get more money by not having the cure. We're we're making wolves that's been dead for millions of years, and we got the wolf back again. And actually, they say two, but there was actually three. So what's going on with the third one? These two are boys. What's going on with the third one? What happened to it? But originally they had three, but they're only talking about two. That's what I want to know. I give two shits about the two boys. What's going on with the third one? And if it died, why wouldn't they just say it died? Is it mutated? Or is they just saying it's these ones are two boys and that third one's a girl, and they don't want people to know there's a female to keep doing this? I mean, a lot of different things could be the answer, but if you look up old articles when it was talked about and they had pups, there was three inside the mom, and that was the last you heard. But you're 1,000% right, James. Every plant's different. Every seedling from our parents is different. One may have depression issues. One may let nothing bother him. You know, I was the person that let nothing bother me until I finally exploded one day, and that wasn't a very pretty sight. Now I get things off my chest as quick as I need to. And you're getting noisy. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on growing when it comes to defoliating at the end. You're in that week cycle before done. You might as well start your defoliate because you're really not going to gain that much. Plus, to me, it's going to make everything go to the main buds and stuff versus going to leaves and everything else when it starts to dry up. You only have a week time doing that, and then you have a week time basically of hang time, and that's pretty much a perfect atmosphere. But anyways, anybody got any subjects you want to talk about? Joey, it's been 15 minutes. That's a fucking long couple minutes. Usually people are screaming for a 420 live. I haven't even seen Mark. He's usually the one that says 420 live. Do I do a bowl? Do I do? Yeah, we do a bowl instead of a dab. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, a doodle. Do your own research. Figure out what you think's the best yourself. All I gotta say. Cheers, Upstate. 6 sexy people. Who's all in here? James, Upstate, probably Violet, at least on one of her devices. Who else? That's 3 people. Timothy probably took off. He's been quiet. I'm really going to try to figure out this dog carrier thing for the bike. That is definitely a mission thing. I'm going to figure it out. I'm surprised since he made that and he's no longer making it, someone else hasn't picked it up and made something like it. Maybe there might be. I just haven't searched it. That's just that guy. But maybe that's something I can get into and make dog carriers for bikes. A little side gig. Doop, doop. Maybe that was yesterday. I was thinking he already was, but I know he had to take a shower. He got out of the shower. He's a hard-working man. I forget the rest of the song, but I remember there's a song that says he's a hard-working man. He had to mow today. I mow yards, but it would suck to mow 13 acres in one shot by yourself. I would definitely have at least 2 mowers. 3 if I had the big trailer going on that. But doing it by yourself, that would suck. Not like you get any stops and go to the gas station or next stop or anything in different scenery and stuff and a little bit of break. It's constantly just yard in you. And a lot of that he does mow, so and you don't have really trees around the house and stuff, so is that Ozzy Boo? I heard something said not a very good watchdog. I don't like my truck door. Thank you, James. Yeah, I can't tell you who sings shit or the whole songs or nothing. It's been that way my whole life. God damn it. Forgot I hear shit. Down to 4 people now. Sugar Boom Boom. Chasing Dragons. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Sugar boom boom. Do I gotta figure out what to put in that corner so you can stop putting the ball in there? There, it rolled out. Look. Get it. Blindy, get it. I see your left eye. I don't know how the hell you can't see out of it if you can see out of it. I don't know how mom gets up. No, it's out of there. Hey, look. It rolled right next to you. Sin, right next to you. Oh my god, blind dog. Look down. Look down. Look down. Oh my god, walk away then. Yeah, see? I'm not stupid. Maybe I am, but you're blind as fuck. I don't even know how you see. It was right next to you. Sugar boom boom, what's up everybody? Who got a joke? Four people. Sugar boom boom. I think I hear a hug. What? I didn't think I seen nobody, but no, I heard somebody. Oh, he is back here. He is back there. I knew I wasn't hearing things. I knew I'm not that crazy. Knew I wasn't that crazy. At least we can hope, right? I'm back there looking at an old Dodge. I think it's an old 3/4 ton. Sin, you gotta go potty. Mommy girls, you gotta go potty. You wanna go potty? Well, then stay in there. But she'll jump down now. Sugar Boom Boom. What's up, everybody? Nobody got anything to talk about? Nope, there she goes. Jumped off the couch. Probably at the back door. Oh, there's a pretty girl. Come on. Come on. You want to come out? Come on. Let me grab your leash, or at least the chain. Come here. Having a bite to eat before. Oh, it's Jacob. Come on.
Baby girl. What's up, baby girl? Yeah.
What?
I got those. I can use those. What's up, baby girl? What's up? Tell Cinnamon, I'm not gonna bite you. I ain't got enough teeth to hurt you.
She don't care. What? She acts like she's been doing this all of her life. It's crazy. She could care less about you guys even.
Nope. Alright. They come to the property, whatever.
Right?
So
I'm
how's
gonna
the
jump
tiny
off here,
house?
guys. I'm gonna jump off here. I'll see you guys later.